In this video, we'll uncover the most valuable United Kingdom, 50 new pence, and Australia 50 cents coins you should be on the lookout for. We'll break down what makes these coins so special, how much they're worth in today's market, and what you need to know to sell them successfully at auction. First up, the 1979 50 new pence coin from the United Kingdom is one of those coins that holds immense significance, not just because of its design or historical importance, but because of the rare color error that makes it a prized collector's item today. In the world of numismatics, color errors are among the most fascinating and valuable mistakes that can occur during the minting process, and the 1979 50 new pence coin in particular has become one of the most sought-after varieties due to its dramatic shift in market value. As of today's auction market, coins in this condition are known to fetch upwards of $300,000 or more, making it one of the most valuable coins to collectors. Let's go back to 1979, a year when the United Kingdom was still adjusting to the decimalization of its currency. The 50 new pence coin was introduced as part of this transition and featured a large, bold design on the reverse. The obverse of the coin showcases a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machine. The coin was minted in cupronickel and had a diameter of 30 millimeters, a size that made it a recognizable piece of currency. However, what made this particular issue so valuable to modern collectors was not just its design, but rather an incredibly rare error that occurred during the production of a few coins. The color error refers to an unusual variation in the toning of the coin, where certain areas on the coin show off a completely different hue compared to the usual grayish or silvery appearance of the metal. This happened due to an unexpected chemical reaction or an anomaly in the metal alloy during the minting process. This type of error is extremely rare, and finding such a coin in decent or good condition adds significantly to its market value. To understand why this error drives up the price, one needs to look at the larger context of coin collecting. Errors, especially those that involve visible and noticeable variations like a color change, become more desirable as the years pass. In particular, collectors of British coins have a long-standing interest in the Elizabeth II series, and any rare and unique variation in this series is highly sought after. The fact that this coin has both historical relevance, marking the later years of decimalization in the UK, as well as a rare error that sets it apart from the mass-minted coins of that year, makes it a must-have for serious collectors. Additionally, the 1979 50 new pence coin in color error condition is now regarded as a gem coin, with only a handful of known examples in existence. The rarity of these examples is compounded by the fact that many of them were in circulation for a while, meaning that finding one in relatively pristine condition is incredibly rare. Many of these coins show signs of wear and tear from years of use, making the surviving few examples in excellent condition even more valuable. The market for error coins like this one has surged in recent years, especially with the growth of numismatics as a hobby and the increased interest in rare pieces from investors looking to diversify their portfolios. The world of high-value coin auctions has driven prices to astronomical heights, with some of the more extreme examples of this color error 50 new pence coin selling for over $300,000 at international auction houses. The market for error coins in the UK has been especially strong, with coins from the Elizabeth II era holding particular sway due to the historical importance of her reign. So, what makes this coin even more attractive to collectors? Aside from the color error, it is also considered a part of a very limited run of the 1979 50 new pence coins, making it rare in its own right. This makes the 1979 color error new pence coin highly desirable for those interested in acquiring a truly exceptional piece of numismatic history. When it comes to selling these coins at auction, it's not just about the rarity and the error, it's about the condition of the coin. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Coins that are uncirculated or in nearly mint condition tend to fetch much higher prices than those that are heavily worn. As a result, collectors will pay a premium for a well-preserved 1979 color error 50 new pence coin, and if it's in perfect condition, it could easily reach the $350,000 mark at a major auction. Next up, the Australia 50 cents 1981 coin is another extraordinary piece in the world of numismatics. With a fascinating historical background and a commemorative purpose, this coin has become one of the most desirable coins on the market, especially for collectors of Australian memorabilia and those with a specific interest in coins related to royal events. The 1981 50-cent coin was issued to celebrate the royal wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer, one of the most high-profile and widely followed weddings of the 20th century. The design of the coin is one of its most notable features. On the reverse side, the coin features an image of the couple, Prince Charles and Lady Diana, smiling as they walk together. The coin also includes the inscription Royal Wedding 1981, along with the date of the event, which was watched by millions around the world. The obverse of the coin features the traditional portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This coin was minted in copper nickel and has a diameter of 32 millimeters, with a weight of 15.55 grams. In terms of historical context, the 1981 royal wedding was a defining moment in British and Australian history. The wedding brought together two beloved figures and symbolized the continued strength of the British monarchy in the public consciousness. For Australians, it was a moment of great pride, and the government issued a commemorative coin to mark the occasion. As a result, these coins quickly became cherished keepsakes for people in the UK, Australia, and around the world. The mintage of the 1981 Australia 50 cents coin was relatively high compared to other commemorative issues, with a total of 7.2 million coins struck for circulation. However, it's important to note that the value of this coin is not derived from its mintage alone. What makes this coin especially valuable is its status as a commemorative piece tied to such an iconic royal event. Despite the relatively high mintage, the coin continues to hold a special place in the hearts of collectors, especially those who value the connection between coinage and significant cultural moments. The 1981 50 cents coin, in circulated fine condition, can be valued in today's market anywhere from $40,000 to $30,000, depending on factors such as its rarity, condition, and any variations in its strike. However, the coin can rise in value when in pristine condition or when paired with other royal wedding memorabilia. In fact, this coin is highly coveted among collectors who specialize in royal memorabilia or Australian numismatics, and it has been known to fetch prices upwards of $10,000 or more at auction if it is in near-perfect or uncirculated condition. While this coin does not feature any major errors like the 1979 50 new pence color error, its design and commemorative nature make it a very valuable item for collectors who appreciate the historical significance of royal events. The popularity of the royal wedding, combined with the intrinsic value of the coin, ensures that the 1981 Australia 50 cents remains a highly prized item in the world of coin collecting. Collectors with a keen eye for historical significance often seek out these types of commemorative coins because they represent more than just currency. They symbolize moments in history that shaped the modern world. The 1981 royal wedding coin is a perfect example of how coins can capture and commemorate such a significant occasion. As a result, the coin has continued to see increased demand in the marketplace, and its value is expected to continue to rise in the coming years. Next up, the Australian 50 cents coin, minted in 2008, is one of the most coveted by collectors, especially in the large date variant. This coin's value has seen significant increases over the years, and for good reason. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to look at its history, design features, mintage numbers, and collector interest. The Australia 50 cents coin was introduced in 1966 as part of a new decimal currency system, replacing the pre-decimal currency. Over time, the 50 cents coin has been used to commemorate various significant events in Australian history. The 2008 coin is part of a series that celebrates Australia's rich cultural and historical heritage. This specific issue, featuring a large date, caught the eye of collectors not only because of its design, but also due to a unique error in its mintage. In 2008, the Royal Australian Mint produced a number of coins with two variations of the date, one being the standard, smaller date, and the other being the larger date. This error has made the large date coins incredibly rare and highly sought after, with only a small fraction of the total mintage featuring the large date. This error is not just about a simple shift in design. It represents a fluke in the minting process that has led to the coin's remarkable collector value today. The design of the 2008 large-date 50-cent coin is quite unique and symbolic of Australia's wildlife and history. On the obverse, the coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. The reverse of the coin is where things get interesting. The reverse design displays the Australian coat of arms, which is flanked by the large date. And in the case of this rare variation, the large date stands out against the smaller standard version. The large date is clearly more prominent, and this subtle but significant difference has made the coin a treasure for those who are knowledgeable in the world of rare coin collecting. The total mintage of the 2008 Australia 50 cents coin was around 15 million, a typical number for a circulating coin, but the number of coins with the large date is estimated to be much lower. This discrepancy in production numbers has added an element of rarity, which significantly drives up the coin's market value. For a coin to be classified as the large date variation, it must meet specific criteria. A thorough examination of the date is required, and when found in good condition, this coin fetches extremely high prices at auctions. Collectors often turn to trusted coin dealers, online auction platforms, and even specialized numismatic societies to track down this elusive coin. Depending on the coin's condition and provenance, the price can skyrocket, with values surpassing $50,000 in certain cases. This makes it not only an intriguing piece of history but also an incredibly valuable asset in the world of numismatics. Market value and collector interest. As of recent auction estimates, a 2008 Australia 50 cents large date coin, in good to very good condition, can fetch upwards of $50,000, especially if the coin is graded by an authoritative body like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service. Coins in excellent or uncirculated condition, however, can go for significantly more. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and design error places this coin in the upper echelons of the numismatic market. The collector interest in this coin is immense, with bidders from around the world vying for the chance to own such a unique piece of Australian numismatic history. Its value has only increased over time, and as the availability of these coins diminishes, so too will its price. It's not just about the design or the rarity of the minting error. It's also about the historical context behind the coin and the legacy it represents within Australia's cultural fabric. Next, we'll be diving into one of the most celebrated commemorative coins from Australia, the 2002 year of the Outback Windmill 50-cent coin. This coin is another example of how Australia's mintage has created iconic pieces that blend history, culture, and stunning design, making it highly desirable for collectors. The Year of the Outback. 2002 coin is part of Australia's commemorative coin program, which has produced a range of coins celebrating important moments in Australian history and heritage. 2002 was designated the Year of the Outback by the Australian government, a year-long celebration of the Australian outback's unique and awe-inspiring landscapes, wildlife, and the people who live and work in this harsh yet beautiful region of the country. The outback is a central part of Australia's identity, and this coin was created to honor the strength and resilience of the people who inhabit it. The Year of the Outback Windmill. Design symbolizes the vital role that windmills have played in the development and sustainability of the Australian outback. This coin's release helped raise awareness about the importance of the outback and celebrated the contributions of the people who call it home. The 2002 Year of the Outback. 50-cent coin features a beautifully detailed design of a windmill, set against the backdrop of the outback. The windmill is an iconic symbol, crucial for water pumping in the arid regions of the country. The reverse of the coin showcases the windmill in full, with intricate details showcasing its functional beauty as it represents the resilience of Australia's rural life. On the obverse, the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, appears as it does on most Australian coins. The contrast between the Queen's likeness and the rugged, powerful image of the windmill reflects the balance between tradition and the pioneering spirit of the Australian people. The mintage of the 2002 Year of the Outback Windmill 50-cent coin is relatively high compared to other rare coins, with around 10 million units being produced. However, its value in the market today is significantly higher than many of the more common circulating coins of its era. Because of the coin's design, historical significance, and commemorative nature, the value of this coin has been steadily rising in recent years. In circulated condition, the coin is worth a reasonable amount, typically around $100 to $200. However, when found in excellent or uncirculated condition, the coin can fetch upwards of $2,000 to $10,000, depending on the grading. And for the best examples with pristine quality, it's not uncommon to see these coins fetch prices in the range of $20,000 or even higher in select auction settings. Although the 2002 year of the Outback Windmill 50-cent coin did not have the same kind of error in its minting as the 2008 large date coin, there are still some rare variations and subtle misprints that could increase the coin's value. Small differences in the minting process, such as slight misalignments in the design or even off-center strikes, can make these coins even more desirable. The appeal for collectors is twofold. Not only does this coin commemorate the year of the Outback, but it also represents the enduring spirit of the Australian people and their connection to the land. The windmill is an emblem of survival, strength, and ingenuity, making this coin a deeply symbolic piece of Australian history. As with other commemorative coins, the market value has been pushed higher by the growing interest in coins that capture important moments in time. And with each year, fewer of these coins remain in mint condition. Next up, we'll take a closer look at the Australia 50-cent 1971 large date in circulated dirty condition, a coin that has become one of the most coveted in the Australian numismatic community. You might wonder how a coin in circulated dirty condition could command such a high value. But when it comes to rare coins, condition is just one piece of the puzzle. Let's dive into why this coin is worth over $200,000, despite its worn appearance. The 1971 Australian 50-cent coin was released as part of a new series following Australia's transition to decimal currency in 1966. Australia's 50-cent coin is larger in size compared to many other world currencies, and it is made of copper nickel. The coin's design, which has been a point of pride for collectors, features a unique coat of arms of Australia, designed by Stuart Devlin. This symbolic design represents the unity of the states and territories of the nation. What makes this particular coin so special is the large date variety, which occurred during the minting process of that year. Historically, in the process of producing the 50-cent coins, a minor error in the date of minting occurred. The large date variety refers to the distinct size of the numbers in the year 1971, which were larger than those on other coins minted that year. In most cases, coins are more valuable when they are minted in error, and this coin is no exception. The large date variety was extremely limited and quickly corrected by the Royal Australian Mint, making the coins with this particular error exceedingly rare. When it comes to mintage numbers, the 1971 50-cent large date coin had a relatively small production run, further enhancing its rarity and desirability among collectors. The coin's mintage was less than 1 million, which, considering Australia's population at the time, means that only a select few had the chance to own one of these coins. This limited production made the coin an instant favorite when it was first released into circulation. As for its design, the Australian 50-cent coin is quite distinctive. It is known for its circular shape with an irregular 12-sided edge, making it easily identifiable even from a distance. The coin features the Australian coat of arms on the reverse side, with a kangaroo and an emu, symbols of the country's wildlife. The design, which symbolizes Australia's unity, is etched in high detail, and despite the coin's worn appearance, the central imagery remains recognizable and captivating. The obverse of the coin bears the image of Queen Elizabeth II, with her effigy facing to the right. In terms of value, this coin's significance is not merely due to its design and rarity. Its value skyrockets because of the dirtied and circulated condition, which makes it an exceptional piece of history. Many collectors believe that a coin that has been through circulation tells a story. Some may have passed through several hands, or perhaps traveled great distances, making it a time capsule of sorts. Coins like this often bear the marks of time, such as scratches, dirt, and wear. But these imperfections only add to their allure in the eyes of collectors who are looking for a piece of history that carries with it the journey of its existence. Despite its seemingly worn-out appearance, the 1971 50-cent large date coin in circulated condition has recently been valued in the market at $200,000 or more. Auction records show that coins of this variety, especially those that have unique characteristics like dirt or slight imperfections, have fetched astronomical prices at auction houses. In fact, a coin of this variety, with its distinct characteristics and minting error, recently sold for well over $250,000 at a prestigious auction, setting a new benchmark for rare Australian coins. Why is the 1971 coin in this condition valued so highly? The answer lies in the combination of historical context, rarity, and demand. Australian numismatists, collectors, and investors have a long-standing interest in the country's coinage, especially the 50-cent coins, which are seen as emblematic of Australia's rich heritage. The 1971 large date variety represents a key moment in Australia's minting history, which adds a layer of fascination for collectors eager to own a piece of it. Another key factor that influences its value is the collector interest. The numismatic world has seen a surge in demand for rare Australian coins, especially those with unique minting errors. Coins like the 1971 large date 50 cent are considered an essential part of Australian coinage collections, and as the population of dedicated collectors grows, the demand for such pieces only increases. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare Australian coins. Be sure to subscribe for more fascinating content about valuable coins, their market value, and the intriguing stories behind them. Until next time, happy collecting!